Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel. Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel. Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel. Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel. GL Radio.
Asochibu Denaro Ipumi Otsu Denaro Ma bravo imu Emi misuroshi Namirinsi saminyami ida Asochibu Denara Se ifumi Otsu denaro Ma bravo imu Emi misuroshi Namirinsi saminyami da Hashemi bote Kami utenina Mochirwa Mochirobutani kasi Nimpantenina Osuwerazi
Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel.
A song from Pastor Kwame Amponsa. He says, Merensi Sami Nyamida. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. You are listening to GL Radio, the only Ghanaian community radio in China, and the program is Dreams and Destiny. I remain your host. My name is Dr. Samuel OSEI.
As its name, Sewa Commission. Enyi daduni narasi Samutu menya munobia Anyame omo.
Thanks so much for being my listener. Thanks so much. I do appreciate you so much. God bless you.
Asut's name so commission. Se enyi daduni narasi Mima menyi da I just say me wa Messiana me unde I say me water Kami udenya Mechirwa butan Esi Na mimpandenina Masu uraze Imaku Ke apuni Ekani udenina Mechirwa butani kesi Minkwanteni
Yes, Marines Sami Yame, Mini Upia Kaho from Pastor Kwame Amponsa. I do believe by the grace of the living God you are doing very well. Once you are not consumed and God has granted us the grace to see a day like this, there is hope. Never give up. Never give up. And c'est ça où nyameda. And c'est ça où nyameda.
Dr. Samuel.
Permit me to acknowledge my proud sponsors and I will be back shortly.
The Institute of Theological Studies offers Bible, theological, and religious teachings through seminars and conferences. Anyone who wishes to dig deep into the Bible and theology should go to instible.com, instible.com, for more information about the Institute of Theological Studies. Our passion at the Institute of Theological Studies is to deliver people from ignorance. Dr. Sam's Good News Hub is a name synonymous with crusade against ignorance. Dr. Sam's Good News Hub is driven by the belief that it is suicidal to serve God with zeal without knowledge. Dr. Sam's Good News Hub, through writing of articles, traditional books, and ebooks, educates people about general life issues and the Christian faith. You can download free ebooks from www.instible.com. You can get latex ebooks, The True Biblical History of Africans, and The Perspective of Marriage, Polygamy, Divorce, and Parenting.
Welcome back. Thanks once again for tuning in to GL Radio, and as you know, the program is Dreams and Destiny, and I'm your host. My name is Dr. Samuel OSEI. I'm presenting live from the studios of GL Radio, and let me give a shout out to my technical team and the producers as well. Also to Wentitel Media, you guys are doing really well. And once I have mentioned Wentitel Media, let me also tell you about Wentitel Shipping. Do well to consult or contact Wentitel Shipping and they will do you good. They are doing marvelously well. And when you want to know more about Wentitel Media or Wentitel Shipping, you can go to our platform and send a message. I will be bringing you very soon the message for today, the live message. But before that, let me play this song. I will be back.
I will lift up my eyes unto the
On
hills.
GL Radio.
From whence
Dr.
cometh my
Samuel.
help? My help cometh from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. Hallelujah. Oh,
GL Radio.
Yami menye me pa, menye me tobienya, akuma prerisha nyami. Oh, inyimda memer baba. Yami menye mere papa. Oh, menye me tobiato. Jaso nyamilara inyimda repababa nti enya sora no pai etumekaka mehui techre mada bojuma mojariti apusani nasemekarade Dani Razayo Zidao Akure Zidao Onyami Woma Me Pabebo Zidao Akure Zidao Yami Bama Esi Uye Oh Zidao Akure Zidao Onyami Woma Me Pabebo Yami
The Adele Rejoice from Uncle Ato. And in that door, there is hope for everyone. As I said before, don't give up.
To make a cow win, that's Ramada Wajuma. Oh, Jaridi, Apostani, Yancy and Karade, and Quajida, Zida, Akare, Zida, Sonyami Woma, Repababo.
On GLRADIO with Dr. Samuel.
As you are listening to Uncle Ato Didel Rejoice, you prepare your heart for the life message for today. I will be bringing you the message very soon, and it will come. After that, I will give you the Today in History as well as the birthday wishes. I hope you have picked up your phone to call your loved ones, relatives, to tell them that the program is on GLRADIO and the program is Dreams and Destiny. They should join. It is good to join and learn one or two things for us to live a meaningful life. Well, we are back, and it is time for me to present to you the life message for today, as I said earlier on. And today, the life message I have entitled it, Do Not Despise Small Beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. Last week on this program, I brought you a message that I did title. I did name the message. Sorry.
Dreams and Destiny on GLRADIO with Dr. Samuel.
The message was the ability to start and to finish. The ability to start and to finish. And I say that in this life there are three kinds of people. We have those who have the ability to start a project, but they do not have the same ability to finish the project. And also we have the number two group of people who have the ability to start a project and the ability to finish the project, but they lack the ability to perfect the finished project. And so their finished project or work is always without perfection. It is without quality. And the number three group of people, they are those who have the ability to start a project, the ability to finish the project, and the ability to perfect the project. And I say that when the prophet Zechariah said that the hand of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house, and the same hands will finish it. He was saying that the hand of Zerubbabel that has laid the foundation will finish the foundation. It will finish the house, I mean the temple, but not just finishing it, but it will be perfected. It will be perfected. It will be with quality. It will be with greater glory. And when Jesus Christ also said that it is finished on the cross, what he said was that he had completed his assignment or earthly ministry without perfection. Jesus Christ finished his earthly ministry and perfected it. It was with quality. There was no question about his assignment. There was no question about his earthly ministry. It was done according to the expectation of God the Father. And today I would like to continue the same Zerubbabel narrative. When we look at the Bible, as I quoted last week, Zechariah chapter 4, verse number 10 and number 10 to number 11, but I will be concentrating on the verse 10a. Last week we looked at the verse 8 and 9, and today I will be looking at the verse 10. Zechariah chapter 4, verse number 10. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. Let me remind you what I said the last week once again. I said that Zerubbabel and his team came from OSEI, and when they came to Jerusalem, the house or the temple, they were mandated to reconstruct. That first house was destroyed in 588 BC, 50 years before Zerubbabel and his team started reconstructing the second one. And when you read the scriptures very well, you will see the differences between the first temple or house and the second one that Zerubbabel was leading his team to reconstruct. There were differences in the dimensions and quality of the foundation. Oh yes, there were differences in the dimensions and the quality of the foundations. For the Solomon temple, or the first temple, Solomon employed more qualified masons and architects. And for short, the first house or temple had a strong, encouraging, and rich beginning and foundation. But when you take time and read about the second house, you will come to the realization that the one being built by Zerubbabel and his team had a weak and poor beginning and foundation. So here is the clear differences between the first house and the second house. The first house built by Solomon had a strong and encouraging and rich foundations or beginning. Unlike that of Zerubbabel, that was started poorly. It had a weak beginning or foundation. It was not encouraging at all. It was not attractive. Now, when the foundation of the second house was done, or it was built, it was laid, the young people who did not see the first house were happy with the second foundation. They were like, wow, what a beautiful foundation. Wow, what a beauty to behold. I can see how they were praising the masons, the people who were working on the foundation. They thought they have seen something new. They thought they have seen something that desire praise. And so they were very happy with the second foundation that was with a weak and with a poor foundation, that was with a weak and poor beginning. The young among the people were very happy about it. And when you look at Ezra 3:12, you see that the old people or the old generation among them had a different perspective of the second foundation. They had a different response to the first or to the second foundation. And so Ezra 3:12, it says, but many of the older priests and Levites and family heads who had seen the former temple or house wept aloud when they saw the foundation of this temple being laid, while many others shouted for joy. Whilst the youth, the younger people were shouting for joy. They were happy with the second foundation. They were happy with what their eyes were seeing. The older generation, the older priests, the Levites, the family heads were so sad. They wept aloud. They were like the older generations, the older generation or the older people were like, what is this foundation? This foundation is without glory. This foundation reminds us of the first temple. The glory of the Solomon temple, how rich it was, how beautiful it was, how attractive it was, how people used to come and see and talk about it and praise us. But now look at this second temple, look at this second foundation. It lacks beauty, it lacks quality, it is weak, it is poor. Beloved, so the older people were despising the small beginning. They were despising the weak foundation. They were despising the poor foundation. They were despising the unattractive beginning of Zerubbabel's temple. But Zechariah 4:10 says, do not despise these small beginnings. Why? Because the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Inasmuch as you have seen the glory of the Solomon's temple, you have seen the beauty of the older temple, you cannot despise the beginning of the new house. Why? Because the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. And I like how the contemporary English version renders it. It says, those who have made fun of this day of small beginnings will celebrate when they see Zerubbabel holding this important stone. Those who have made fun of this day of small beginnings, those who are despising the small beginning of Zerubbabel, those who are despising the poor, the weak beginning of Zerubbabel, the poor foundation of this house, A time is coming, they will celebrate the builder and the building, and they will see that greater glory has arisen over the temple. My dear listeners, with the greatest of respect,
Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel.
With the greatest of respect, listen to me very well. In this life, everybody has a beginning. Some people's beginning is like Solomon. They begin like Solomon, and others begin like Zerubbabel. There are people whose beginning is beautiful. They begin very well. They start life very well. If it is a project, they start very well. It is about a business, they begin very well. If it is about marriage, they begin very well. If it is about raising children, they begin very well. Whatever that they begin very well. They start good. And there are others whose beginning are like Zerubbabel. It is not attractive, it is weak, it is poor, it is something that you cannot boast of. And those with that weak, poor beginning, the Bible is saying that we do not have to despise their beginning. We do not have to despise their beginning, because in as much as it does not attract you, there is a history that will be written about that small beginning, a time to come. A time to come, that despised beginning will be somebody's encouragement. That despised beginning will be somebody's testimony. So do not despise small beginnings. There are people who do not want to associate with small beginnings at all. All that they want to talk about, all that they want to support is big beginnings. And there are some musicians, there are some pastors, prophets, evangelists, apostles, you name them. They will never be invited to the mega churches, the big churches. They will never be invited to. They will never minister on the platforms of those big pastors, because their beginning is not attractive. They despised those musicians, pastors, prophets, evangelists, apostles. The big pastors despised their beginnings. And when it happens that those with small beginnings, the musicians, the investors, the business people, the prophets, the pastors, the evangelists with small beginnings, when it happened that they give invitation or they extend invitation to the big pastors, the mega churches, the big pastors will never honor their invitation, because their beginning is not attractive, because they despise such small beginnings. There are some people, when they post something very encouraging, very good things that need support, people will not pay attention to those things. People will not pay attention to their postings, whatever that they post on their social media, because their beginnings are despised. But when the story turns and they become famous along the line, that is where people want to associate with them. That is where the big churches want to invite them. That is where the big pastors want to call them their sons, their daughters. But when they were at their despised beginning, when they were at their small beginning, people or the big pastors and the big churches were not giving them invitation. They were not giving them support. But when they get named, when they become famous, that is where people start to associate with them. They start to like their posts on social media. They start to like whatever that they sing or they bring out, because they are now public figures. But when they were struggling, when they were in need of help at their despised beginning, people were not giving them the attention. Beloved, we don't have to despise small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings. The best time to show love and support is not when one has become a public figure. The best time to show support is when someone is at his weak and poor beginning. When someone is struggling to build a business, when someone is struggling to invest or make an investment, when someone is struggling to be a gospel musician, when someone is struggling to be a man of God, that is where people, the big pastors, the big churches, the big investors, they need to support those at their lower end, but they do not do so because small beginnings are despised. Some of us, when it is our birthday, the people who are close to us will never send a message to wish us well. They will never even look at our picture and think of, saying happy birthday. No. But when it is the birthday of people like Bishop T.D. Jakes, that is when these people will post Bishop T.D. Jakes' picture. They write something nice about the bishop, and the things that they write, the bishop will never get the chance to see and to read. So the Bishop T.D. Jakes is not in need of their nice words, their encouraging words. He is not in need of it. He has gone beyond those nice words, and he has gone beyond your post. He will not get the chance to see and to read. But the people with small beginnings who are around these same people posting the Bishop T.D. Jakes picture and writing something good on his birthday, they will not give that good or encouraging words to those with that small beginnings. Those who will get to see the post, they will get to read the post and be encouraged and be motivated. They will never be appreciated. They will never get encouraging words and birthday wishes from those closer to them, and these same people will look elsewhere and wish the big people, the giants in ministry, the giants in business, they will wish them well. Do not despise small beginning. Sometimes people will tell me that, wow, I didn't know you can put across such a message in your book. I read your book and wow, I was like, wow, it was mind-boggling. I didn't think you can write something like that, and sometimes I'm like, if it came from somebody like that, I don't want to mention any name, but the big or the giants in ministry, the giants in writing ministry, the giants in business, people will rush for it, even if they are not sure of the contents. And those of us who need their encouragement, those of us who need their support, they will never support us. They will never share our post. They will never share our advertisement. They will never encourage people to even read our book, even though they get insight from those books. Yet they will never recommend it to other people because they despise small beginning. But the time is coming when these people will see us on higher platform. That is when they will try to associate with us, and that is where the big or the giant in ministry will try to call us their sons, their daughters. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. I have had the chance of meeting big people in ministry, and sometimes what they say in pulpit, they will encourage you and all of that. But when you get close to them, even in their offices, they do not want you to even enter their office. When they see that you are not coming with a big car, they will not give you the chance to enter their office. They will not give you the chance to come too close to them, because you are not dressed in designer shirt and shoes. They expect you to come with a big car. You did not go with a big car. They expected you to come in a big suit. You did not go in a big suit, and they try to avoid you. And sometimes it is like they think you want them to give you their pulpit. It is like they see that they see that you are begging for their pulpit, which is never the case. But a time is coming when you become a public figure, when people will be chasing you. That is where they will try to associate with you and prove to people that, oh, they know you long time. You are their friends long time ago. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. In as much as you despise it, somebody is in love with what they see. Somebody is in love, or somebody is enjoying or rejoicing over that small beginning because it is his or her testimony. At times, what we despise is somebody's testimony. What we reject is somebody's testimony. So do not despise small beginnings. If you are at the level, or if you have the chance to support small beginnings, do so. Encourage those with weak and poor beginnings. Encourage them. Give them moral support. Give them spiritual support. Give them financial support. If you can't do that, be silent. Do not despise their beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. God bless you so much. The program is
Dreams and Destiny on GL Radio with Dr. Samuel.
The program is Dreams and Destiny, and I am your host. My name is Dr. Samuel OSEI. Don't go anywhere and just ponder or meditate on the simple message. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small beginnings. Listen to this song from Daughters of Glorious Jesus. They say, Eradi Midawase. Despise small beginning. Be a pillar of somebody's small beginning. Be a giver of somebody's small beginning. Be the motivator of somebody's small beginning. You are a business giant. Give support to those who are trying to establish their businesses. You are a minister of the gospel and you are a giant in the ministry. Give support to those who are at their despised beginning. If you are listening to me, be encouraged. Do not be discouraged with your small beginnings. Do not give up. No matter what people are saying, maybe they are laughing at you, maybe they are saying what you have started have no future. Do not give up. No matter how they despised your small beginning, don't give up. Because that small beginning they are despising today is tomorrow's testimony. Many of those who have been seen as giants in ministry, giants in business, they started small. They did not give up. They did not give up. People laughed at them. People discussed them badly. They did not give up. And today, people are celebrating them. Do not give up if you want to be celebrated. Do not give up if you want to get a testimony. It is time for me to bring you today in history. It is time for me to bring you today in history. And today is the 12th of February 2022. Today is February 12th, the 12th day. The 12th day of the month February, the year 2022. And today in history, today brings to memory 1809. That is the birthday of one of the greatest people in history, and his name is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was an American lawyer, politician, and he happened to be the 16th president of the United States of America. In fact, I like this man, Abraham Lincoln, when I read about him, because he has a nice story to tell. Or no, he has a nice story, and his story teaches us a lot of things. And so I like this man called Abraham Lincoln. And also today brings to memory Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And this book was released. It was released in 1938. In fact, there are some controversies about this book's release. Some say it was on February 4th. Some say it was on 12th of February 1938. Whatever, it's not bad to bring it to memory. But because today marks the birthday of Abraham Lincoln, I would like to take this opportunity to wish all my dear listeners who are celebrating your birthday, happy birthday, and I say may God bless you so much. And I would like to dedicate the coming song to all of you celebrating your birthday today. And the song is from Madam Comfort Ano. He says, "Mi indi inkuku." But I have declared this song the song of the year from Madam Comfort Ano, Mindi Inkuko. This year 2022, Ubia Enin Kuko. Put in your mind that you are not going to fail. Your small beginning does not mean that you are going to fail. No. Be positive in your spirit. Be positive in your thoughts. In this life, you will not fail once the Lord is with you. Press on. Push forward. There is greater glory ahead of you. The glory of the latter temple will be greater than the former. The glory of your small beginning will be greater than the big beginnings people have seen before.
Yeni kukuo, akuyimo yeni kukuo. Yesu wayana fa, sayang kutetimia. Anuni abandene, yanjefu nino. Yeni kukuta, yesi yeni kukuta. Yeni kukuda, akisafu
Yeninkuko, a special song dedicated to all of you celebrating your birthday today. May God bless you. And let me once again acknowledge my proud sponsors for this program, Dreams and Destiny. I will be back shortly.
The Institute of Theological Studies offers Bible, theological, and religious teachings through seminars and conferences. Anyone who wishes to dig deep into the Bible and theology should go to instible.com, instible.com, for more information about the Institute of Theological Studies. Our passion at the Institute of Theological Studies is to deliver people from ignorance. Dr. Sam's Good News Hub is a name synonymous with crusade against ignorance. The Institute of Theological Studies offers Bible, theological, and religious teachings through seminars and conferences. Anyone who wishes to dig deep into the Bible and theology should go to instible.com, for more information about the Institute of Theological Studies. Our passion is the Institute of Theological